It's just one of those mornings, guys, where my phone does not want to work, so it just keeps cutting in and out. So good morning, sunshines. That's going to be fun, right? We're doing our miracle morning together. I am going to make an effort. Good morning, Haley. Good morning. How are you? To restrict the amount of minutes I talk in the morning. Man, you guys, I've been watching this and I like blab, blab, blab like I'm doing right now. And then I don't know how many rewatches people do because it takes a bit of time. Good morning, Lazaro. Of course, if you guys catch me live, you jump on, which is awesome. But I am going to try to like make this more concise for you guys so that rewatches are easy. Good morning, Jeff. Thank you for the suggested sign out. Now I already forget it. It's fine. It's going to be great. I'll remember by the end. Let's start off with our miracle morning, you guys, by sharing our gratitude, right? Our gratitude makes us feel incredible. It warms us up. I am grateful for my 11-week-old baby. I'm grateful I wasn't like tired yesterday. I felt incredible. I'm grateful for ice. How weird is that? But do you guys love like a good ice, like just the right ice? Is this just me or just me? Like, do you go to places because it has this certain crunchy, tiny ice that you love, like Sonic Ice, even though I've never been there, but I've heard their ice is really good, or the hospital ice. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my health, for my family, and for every one of you guys. Share your good morning sunshine. You guys, when you jump on, first thing, don't forget, you write good morning sunshine so we get used to reacting. And then Nikki's got GMS, and yes, I'm assuming that's the ice, of course, right? And then share something that you're grateful for. And if you're a regular participant of your full miracle morning routine, share your miracle morning. Like, you can share more than just that, all of your savers if you like. Just keep that in mind. All right? Sound good? Excellent. So since I'm being more succinct, good morning, Victoria. I am going to start talking about filters right away. And before I started this, I was like flipping through the live filters, you guys. There's some really funny ones. Like, I think you can do them while I'm on here. Like, it's totally, right? Like, life is a filter and everybody's wearing one like all the time. Look at all these. I could be anything I wanted to. Like, I'm just sitting here in my car, but I could be in a field. Oh my gosh, look how good I look now. I could be super freaky. That's just not even appropriate. I could be these guys. What are these guys? They're cartoons. It's going to take too long to think, and then I'm going to ruin the video. I could be these guys. How cool is that? The fact of the matter is that we all use filters. And then I'm going to go into a little bit more about what that means. Back to normal view because I cannot focus literally when I'm watching all that. Like, it drives me crazy. So I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and you guys, yesterday we were talking about how like, I guess, like, not mean to ourselves we are, but how we don't often make the priority list of someone to take care of, right? And I was having a conversation with someone about like where that can develop and where that can come from. And a lot of it comes from our own belief that we're not worthy, we're not good enough, we're failures, so we don't take care of us, we take care of everybody else. They're more important because somebody else made them important, like more important than us, right? And I don't know who's to say that like God made them more important than you, right? And there's this like, well, they're more important than me because you look so down upon yourself. So why do we do that? Like, let's address that a little bit more. Why do we alter our own perceptions of ourselves? Why do we look down on ourselves and our success and our happiness and our health and whatever that is? And that might be, and it's increasingly, I believe, you guys, you can agree or disagree or share some facts on here that you might have, because of social media and our like complete infatuation, and I would even say addiction to our phones, which I know, you guys, is quite ironic because here we are sitting on Facebook, right, using social media, and it's how I deliver it's how I deliver my business, you guys. It's how I deliver results. It's how I deliver content. It's how I reach people. So there are some very good things about social media, but something that I observe that a lot of people experience is when they go on to Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, you find what you're seeking. And if you're infatuated or enthralled with or looking for people who are happy and successful and healthy, you start to search certain things, and then you find all these people who are consistently using a happy filter. And it's usually, you guys, what that is like, normally I see it's an accentuation of who they are. And sometimes not, sometimes it is hiding, but like if a person is like happy in their life, often it's like they always talk about the happiest and the brightest, and there's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that is the perception that we have on the other side that their life is perfect. Like when somebody is very positive and motivated and you know, going for helping others, they're often going to choose about the positivity. And this would be like, certainly I'm this way. I'm going to choose most often to post about things that are going to lift others up. I'm not going to really want to bring like shit into your guys' world. So when I have a bad morning, I'm usually not going to like, you guys, today sucked. Like today's morning just sucked. Like that's not what I'm going to do, because I don't feel like that's helping anybody. What that does, creates this filter around Callie that you think that nothing that like that my John Carroll's going to keep calling over and over again now. It creates this filter that you think that like everything is always perfect for me, and that I'm never down and I'm never pissy and I'm never upset, which is not true. It's just, I don't think talking about those times necessarily, sometimes I teach from that space, right? You guys have heard that. But like in my normal post, I'm not gonna like, you know what? Today I was in a freaking bad mood. Yesterday, Kinsey and I were in the car where we got some like fun stuff we're doing this week, and I was like, just like when I'm pregnant, when you're like hormonal, right? Like I was hungry and I was tired and I was irritated, and it was morning, and I had to check myself and be like, baby girl, like I'm sorry, like I'm actually just being pretty rude right now. Like I'm just irritated, and had to check myself, say I'm sorry, and have us just like come back together and just apologize, right? I'm not going to share that with you guys. Like what point is that? Like there's no point for me to be like, hey, guess what? I was pretty pissy with my daughter yesterday. Like, high five, Callie. There, you know what? There's no point. So what happens is you guys only see this Callie filter of a bubble of I'm so happy, I'm so lucky, I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful, and I do live into that. But it can make other people feel less about themselves. So by the point of this video, what I said there is that we all wear a filter. And the filter is generally an accentuation of ourselves. Sometimes it is a complete hide. Sometimes people are wearing a filter to hide whatever's going on in their life because they desperately want it to be different. So there are different situations, but we actively seek to find other people that are going to make us feel a certain way. And that means you're a filter seeker. And it's so cool because you guys, Facebook does it for you. Even Instagram now starts to do it for you. So if you're a person who always filters through and finds the motivational quotes and the workout quotes, there's certain people that you start to press like on, you start to comment on. You're like, I love that picture. Look how beautiful they are. Oh my God, her body's perfect. Oh my God, he's so great. Look how successful it is. Look at their money. Like, and you're like, wow, you're dreaming by watching them. So you start watching them more, and then more of that pops into your feed. You guys know that, right? Your filter is actually, now that person's always up at the top. You always see their stuff. You always know what's going on. So now, all of a sudden, you start to look at your Facebook world and you're like, why is everybody so goddamn happy all the time? Like, why is everything perfect? All you see is their happy filter. All you see is their perfect filter. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm not that, so I'm not worthy. And then we go right back to yesterday's talk where you're not taking care of yourself, right? I'm not doing a good job at talking less, but that's okay. I'm almost done here because I'm going to wrap it up. So that could be one side of it, you guys. There's an opposite side of the coin. There always is, right? There's some of us, and you guys, we're all, like, we all have our own filter, right? And we all seek different filters. There's some of us that have the ability to go on Facebook, and it's like we find the drama. You find the person who's contradictory. You find the person who wants to have a debate. You find, I love the hearts every single time. I just have to say it. It just gets me so excited. You find the person who's maybe it's political, maybe it's they're always upset about their ex, maybe whatever. But every single time, for some reason, you give them a sad face or a cry face, or you comment. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Morning, Johnny. Morning, Jose. Morning, Bree. Everybody I haven't said hi to, you guys, in the last little bit. And you start communicating with those guys. And when you do, and that's their filter. Their filter is sometimes people can have a sad filter. They can have a woe is me filter. They can have a pay attention to me because life filter, like pay attention to me because life sucks filter. They can have a nothing's ever good enough filter. And you guys, this is just as damaging. It's not like, oh, look, you don't find that because you're like, oh, you know what, I can commiserate with them or their life's shitty too. Usually it's because you want to get into it. Like you're like, I want to, like, it feels good. You know, I'm upset, so I'm going to find somebody else who's this. Yes, Jeff. So I'm going to find somebody else who's in a similar situation. And then you start interacting with that person that does it, and that person, and that person, and that person. And now what's your newsfeed collected with? What do you guys see every morning when you wake up? You see the bitching, the whining, the moaning, the complaining. You see the sad filter all the time. So, like, is there even a win? Like, either you wake up and you see the happy filter and you feel crappy about yourself, or you wake up and you see the sad filter and you get, like, sucked in by the sad filter and you want to talk about it. And, like, the end piece of this, you guys, is that I want to express, like, I don't know, I'm going to keep talking about social media a little bit. Like, I do have some beliefs about unplugging and removing ourselves from such a, at least restricting or controlling the amount of feed and lives that we're like burying ourselves into other people's lives, because it actually doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you except for whatever you do to your brain up here. Whatever you watch, however that affects your brain, that's how you're getting affected by social media, right? In addition to just being a time waster where you might lose hours and hours. People are on social media for 5 hours a day. Is that right? 5 hours a day, I think, what the study is. That is insane. Like, y'all could be running additional companies. You could be building a fortune somewhere else. You could be serving people over here, but instead it's like we're enthralled by if people are happy or sad, or what filter are they wearing today, and do I want to battle with them or feel sorry about myself because that person's always appearing perfect, which she's not at all. Talk to her about her real life. It's just not what she chooses to share, because it's not what's behooving the people that are around her, right? So we have all this time that's wasted and spent in that. And like, once again, I like social media. Like, I like being able to meet new people. I love it. It brings the world closer. I've got friends in other countries now. It's so cool. But it's a matter of, like, everything else, you guys, moderation on one level, and also try to identify for yourself, what is social media doing for you? This is what our wrap up is going right now. What is social media doing for you? Is it helping your life, or is it hindering your life? Are you seeking out a certain filter to make yourself feel better, or like maybe not even to make yourself feel worse, but which is inadvertently making yourself worse, making you feel shittier, making you feel unworthy, making you think everybody else's life is perfect when it's not? Because if that's the case, just take a look at how you scroll, and maybe scroll less, or maybe start to find some other people, start to find some different motivation. And you have to do the personal development to have a real live talk with yourself. I love that you're grateful for your tenacity, Joni. That is freaking awesome. That is a great one, and so many people are liking it. Interact with each other. That's so cool. Have a talk with yourself and discover, can you make some adjustments on what your perception is? Because guess what? All this stuff happens. All this life happens, just like any life happens. But what makes a difference for you is your reaction to the situation. It's your reaction to that positive person. It's your reaction to that smart person, to that beautiful person, to that sad person that's going to create who you are. And I want those people around. I want all of the smartest people and the most beautiful and the most successful, because they raise us up. They challenge us. They make us want to be better. I want them around. I don't want them not around. I want my reaction to be, wow, that's motivating. I can have more. I can be more. I'm going to take better care of myself. I'm going to go after more. They've done it and they've found success. And I get that their life's not like roses and sunshine all the time. Like, it's not perfect, but I could still have more in myself. And I'm not going to dive deep into the sad filter every day, right? So identify that with yourself, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this fantastic Good Morning Miracle, Good Morning Sunshine, all the good mornings. And if this is a rewatch, write rewatch. If it's your first time, write a 1. And I don't know why it wants me to tag Mandy. Apparently I look like Mandy right now. Hey, Mandy girl. But you guys, aside from that, I have to thank Jeff Carroll for this. Oh God, Jeff, let me go back and read it. What do I say? Good morning, sunshine. And in case I don't see you guys later, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Did I do it right? Did I do it? I'm a champion. All right, you guys, you're champions too. Go outside and enjoy something aside from social media. And it's okay to have a filter. Don't worry about it. Just don't get enveloped in other people's. Bye, guys.